Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here with another Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee Wi-Fi battle. Now today I was going to be featuring Muck. I actually have Muck on this team, just a regular old Muck. But Dragonite has been putting in too much work, so I went back to the intro and I'm going to be featuring Dragonite now instead. So Dragonite is a fantastic Pokemon in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Great defenses, great physical and special attack, has access to agility so it can actually sweep, can be a special attacker or a physical attacker, has access to Thunder Wave, has reliable recovery and Roost. With base 91 HP and 95 defense and 100 special defense, it even lives Ice Beams from Pokemon like Starmie and things like that. It can live Ice Shard from Alolan Sandslash from full and KO it back with Fire Blast. So Dragonite is a very, very, very potent Pokemon in this. Dragons are just scary. Outrage is almost has no switch-ins. The very few steel types that do switch in, like Melmetal, are not so common on Wi-Fi because of the inability to get them. Though, you know, a little bit of work on Pokemon Go, you can get it. But yeah, Dragonite is a fantastic Pokemon. We're going to be using Agility Outrage in this one. When I use Dragonair, though, because I see some comments for Dragonair. When I use Dragonair, I'll be using a special one as a lure type of thing. But yeah, Dragonite, a fantastic late-game cleaner. And if you guys have missed any of my previous Wi-Fi battles, there is a playlist down below. I encourage you to go ahead and check that out. Feel free also to check out the guide to team building, and feel free to suggest some Pokemon you want to see me use. But like I said, check out that playlist down below first. But yeah, guys, we'll be right back with the first battle. All right, guys, we got our first game now. Muck can't really touch Gengar, but Gengar doesn't do too much back to it. But, I mean, Muck can't touch it, so that's going to be big. We do have Snorlax, though, for that, and Starmie, which Muck can actually deal with Starmie to an extent. Muck can deal with Chansey. Zapdos isn't really a problem for Muck either. I mean, Dugtrio also threatens me with Earthquake, but I'm not sure. Like, Dugtrio is definitely their rocker, right? But I'm not sure they'd lead off initially with it. I'm just trying to think how I want to win this game, because I know that Muck, once it gets in it does some work. I think just Rhydon is just the best lead. Like, if they lead off with Dugtrio, I get up Rocks, which opens up the door for Muck knocking out Parasect with Poison Jab, as opposed to having to go for Fire Blast, which is still a roll. It helps me out a lot. If they lead off with their Starmie, that can go out into my Snorlax and get my Facade going. I think that SD Alolan Sandslash can win this game, just based on their team. All they got to do is get rid of Starmie or weaken it. Everything else is kind of naturally in range. But like Zapdos, Parasect, Chansey. But we'll see. So lead off with Starmie, yeah. I kind of figured they would, but I didn't want to lead off a Muck just in case they lead off a Dugtrio. Like, Rhydon doesn't match up super well versus Dugtrio, but at the same time, Dugtrio doesn't KO it back, and then Rhydon just doesn't care. So we're going to bring out Snorlax here on the Scald, most likely. Trying to avoid a burn. They might hard double into their Dugtrio, which would be a pretty cool play. But no, they just throw off a Scald. I mean, it's pretty risk-free. You don't know that if I have Facade yet on my Snorlax anyway. Yep, throws off a Scald. There you go. Gets the burn on me, which is alright. Again, it does power up my Facade fully, so that's something I wanted. I'm going to throw off that Facade now. No reason not to. I'm burnt. This is what I wanted. I don't allow Parasect in. Versus me. It can't... I mean, it might try and come in, but it can't Spore versus me. If they go Gengar, I can still Earthquake it to weaken it, which will open up that door for my Alolan Sandslash for later. I also have a Mega Gyarados, which kind of just goes in when it attacks. So it brings out Gengar, which is a good play. But again, I do want this thing weakened. For Muck, for a lot, actually. So I'll go for Earthquake. It'll still do a good chunk. Sludge Bomb's going to do a good chunk too. But I really want this thing weakened for Muck. That's for sure. They may double out into Parasect, which would be a pretty good play. Ooh, are they using it to pivot into Parasect? I can respect that play a lot. Okay, cool play. Good series of plays on my opponent's part, for sure. Good series of plays. Very good series of plays. Do I value Rocks more than my Rhydon? I mean, Rhydon's good in this game. Very solid series of plays. I'm assuming they're just going to go for the Leech Seed here. I'm going to go for Facade anyway, just because I do some damage. Oh my gosh, and I end up knocking them out with Facade anyway. So I thought they were fully Fizz Def, but I guess they were specially defensive. So what turned out to be, what could have been a good series of plays, ended up being Parasect dying. But I do know my opponent now knows what they're doing, so that's really good. But yeah, Parasect ended up dying to Facade. I guess they're not running Fizz Death. They're running Specially Defensive. I would always run, I don't know. I feel like in this, Fizz Death is a little bit better, so you can at least take a Rock Slide. Goes out to Chansey. Why? You're gonna die. Why did you go Chansey? Oh, they're trying to stall me down? You're gonna die to Facade. I guess maybe to go Gengar after. They're not confident that Gengar can knock me out. Okay, that's fine. So we know one of Chansey's moves is Protect. I'm gonna go for Earthquake here. I mean, this is... If I'm them, I make the easiest switch into my Gengar ever. I don't think you throw away Chansey. Oh, they just go for Rocks. Alright, that's fine. As well. I still got damage off on you. I want my Rocks up too. To be honest, I do want my Rocks up. I'm surprised they would have just thrown away their chance. That means their Duckshiro is not Rocks. Maybe it's Sub-Toxic, something with Fisher. Fisher's actually something I want to mess around with. I'm going to go right on here. Get on my Rocks. Especially if they're just going to Protect. I got some nice damage off on Chansey too. Stealth Rock, Protect, maybe Soft Mode, and what? Toxic is their last move. So they may actually not be able to touch my Muck, which is pretty cool. They go for Protect, yeah. So I get on my Rocks here. Which will go a long way. With Parasect being gone, they don't switch into Gyarados at all. They have Ice Beam as their move. Okay. That did nothing. And I got my Rocks up. Beautiful. So this is going to go a long way. I keep saying going a long way. I do say that loud. Wow, I realize that. That's going to help out, rather, my... I feel like I can just SD up and win, but I'm not going to go for it now. That's going to help me out a lot for my Muck. So we can bring out Muck now. They don't really switch into Muck's Poison Jab too well. Besides, I mean, Duckshiro doesn't appreciate it because it takes damage for... as they go for Toxic. Nice. Protect, Toxic. Interesting. Protect, Toxic, Ice Beam. So I'll throw off a Poison Jab here. If they go Duckshiro, they take the one bit of damage I need for my, what's it called? My Sand Slash. Chansey is not a problem. We know it cannot touch Sand Slash. It has Stealth Rock, Protect, Ice Beam, and Toxic. Its only offensive move, I have 4 times resist, so when that thing comes in, I'll be okay. They may switch out to Gengar. They may go Duckshiro. They may go Zapdos. I don't mind weakening anything. If they go Starmie, that's like best case scenario for me. They throw off an Ice Beam here. Surprise. Really? Come on, buddy. Are you serious right now? I'll throw off a Mega Drain. I'm assuming they're going to go out into Duckshiro now. Or not. So they won a Speed Tie. And then they froze my Muck. Look at him. He's actually just frozen there. Against his will. Alright, so the good thing is they save Chansey, which means I get +6 with my Sand Slash on that thing. I really hope I thaw right here and get off a Poison Jab. It's only 10% chance to thaw per turn. Nope. Nice. So there goes Muck. I'm gonna go ahead and sack Snorlax. That's so annoying. That's really so annoying. But it may end up being in my favor because they ended up saving Chansey, which means I can Swords Dance up on that later with my Alolan Sand Slash. So I'm going to bring out Dragonite now. As opposed to going Gyarados, I want to keep Gyarados healthy in the back for Gengar, as Gengar could be a threat if they opt to Mega Evolve it. And we're going to go for Agility here. I don't mind Rock Slide. Basically, as long as they don't flinch me, I can Agility up and then Roost on their next attack. Let's see if they flinch me, though. Nice. I can Agility up and then Roost on their next attack, and I end up at more HP than when I came in on Stealth Rock. And this allows them to outspeed their entire team, so. Let me go ahead and roost right now. Earthquake should also be able to knock out Dugtrio because Dugtrio does not have the best. Yo, if they Fissure on my roost, that's fire. It might actually be able to knock out Dugtrio. Probably be a roll, I bet. If they Fissure right here and they land it, that'd be flames. There we go. Alright, so they don't. Nice. I'm out of range of the next Rock Slide. I can go for Earthquake here. Earthquake is a roll, I think, to knock out Dugtrio. With Rocks, maybe it'd be in my favor. I'm not sure the actual statistics there, but I don't mind getting rid of Dugtrio as it's a giant threat to, what is it switching to? Zapdos? They go Chansey. Alright, so they stack Chansey here. This should probably die to this Earthquake. I still want to try and use my Muck on something. Maybe on the Starmie I can try and self-destruct on it or something. That works. They can maybe go Zapdos if they want to, but I can Outrage it. They go Gengar, I Outrage it. They go Starmie, I Outrage it, which opens up that door for my Sand Slash. Or they go Gengar, which I'm pretty sure dies to Earthquake, even if it Mega Evolves. Because Dragonite is no joke offensively. Yeah, this is going to die to Earthquake. So not sure why they went Gengar over Zapdos or something. It's a Roost Toxic on me. Sorry, buddy. All you did was Mega Evolve with your Gengar. Now it's going to die. This actually does minimum 94%. So, goodbye, Gengar. Nice. So Mega Gengar is gone. That crit did not matter at all. I actually have I have the calc pulled up right here. 94 to 112%. They die after Stealth Rock always. Like literally always. So maybe Dragonite will be just winning right now. Sorry about that if you guys hear that. You guys should hear that. Big old Dragonite. Maybe I should make this a Dragonite video instead of a Muck video. I might, depending on the next battle. But I'm not just going to waste this battle. My opponent obviously knew what they were doing. And they froze my Muck, which froze my chances of using Muck. This doesn't even have to knock them out. All it has to do is do enough. And it knocks them out anyway. So yeah, my Alolan Sandslash wins. My Alolan Sandslash is going to win. Not bad. Dragonite is such a good Pokemon. It really is such a good Pokemon. I'm going to make this a Dragonite video instead. Because Muck got frozen. I'm still going to use Muck on the team, because why not? And I'll use another team with Muck for when I actually use Muck. Beautiful. Oh, I even got the roll on Zapdos. Not bad. Look at Dragonite is actually Outrage. Dragonite is actually Outrage. Just clean swept an entire team. I think the only Pokemon it didn't knock out was Parasect. Yeah. Dragonite just clean swept an entire team. Beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, I knew Dragonite always had a way, especially when Parasect was there. Wasn't even physical wall, so go ahead and give that to me. Not bad. Alright, so big Dragonite putting in some work there. We'll make it a Dragonite video instead. I'm just going to have to do a new intro, and then I'll make a Muck video later. That's fine. I don't mind that. Yeah, I'm sure y'all don't mind either. Like, you guys don't want me to throw away a perfectly good battle, right? Like, my opponent definitely made plays. They just had nothing for Dragonite. If they were physically defensive Parasect, maybe it could have made a difference. I don't know. But the fact that Snorlax was just able to destroy that Parasect was crazy. But yeah, guys, we'll pause until we find another battle, apparently featuring Dragonite. And yeah, we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got another game. Luckily, the opponent actually challenged me back because I like the team, but they didn't put level 50 all, so they had like level 98 Charizard, level 73 Lapras, and things like that. But yeah, anyway, Alolan Sandslash goes a long way. So does my own Dragonite. Outrage is unresisted by my opponent's team. I'm assuming they really love dragons. Alolan Executor Dragonite. I'm assuming that's Zardex. Their Lapras might have Ice Shard. It's funny because I was talking about that in the comment section of the other video. That Ice Shard may be an option over Megahorn. Last time they let off with Charizard, I'm gonna play the nice game and just go Muck. I let off a Muck. Like I wasn't using. I clicked it as one Pokemon and click confirm because I was hoping that we'd cancel the battle and be able to re-challenge. But I'll go the same way because if they lead Charizard and I don't lead Muck, I feel like scum. So even though it was just to end the battle and re-challenge. I don't think they saw that initially, so. Anyway, I'm going to do it even though it doesn't really help me out. But a game plan, basically going towards, I want to say, Outrage Sweep. So lead off with a Alolan Executor, which is still better for me because I lead off with a Muck, and I can just click Poison Jab here. They can easily go Aerodactyl, but Poison Jab does have a 30% chance to poison. Maybe they might go for Hypnosis. Give me some beautiful damage on this too with big old Muck. That's a clean 60. What are they gonna do? Hypnosis? They go for, oh, speaking of clean 60, they go for the Hypnosis right there. So I'm worried to switch out. My best switch would be, like, anticipating them to want to go Aerodactyl, right? I would love to go out into my my Rhydon, but if they stay in and try and Dragon Hammer me, that's still in the game. Oh, they Psychic me. Interesting. It does a lot. Wow. I did a ton. Because this is their only sleep Pokemon, like this is their only sleep Pokemon on their team, I'm fine with trading Muck for it. I'm not showing off Muck anymore, I'm showing off Dragonite. So if they don't get this roll, which looks like to be in their favor, it did above 50, it did around 51%. Yeah, that's fine. I have the Alolan Executor weakened, which is really nice for me. So a few options I have. I can go Gyarados and Crunch. I can go Alolan Sandslash and Ice Punch. I'm kind of liking the Gyarados and Crunch. Another move they're not really resisted by, and they are in range, especially because I am Adamant, so this is going to do a lot. I always forget this is my shiny Gyarados, because I have like 3 different Gyarados. I have a Jolly Sub one, I have this one, which is shiny Adamant. Yeah, this is good, because this isn't letting Lapras. Let me make sure I Mega Evolve, otherwise this Crunch will not KO. So as I mentioned, they don't really have a Crunch resistance, and the fact that I'm Adamant is really nice. Also, I think Mega Evolving early is the play, because first off, I get it in before Rocks, and secondly, I'm not weak to their Rock Slide from Aerodactyl. So yeah, that Poison Jab really helped me out. Was able to get rid of their answer to this. Now, we're gonna go towards an end game of Dragonite sweeping. In order to do that, I need Rocks up of my own, but I also need about 50% off on Lapras. So if they go Lapras now, I may just go for Crunch. If they go Aerodactyl, I'm for sure going for the Waterfall. They get out Lapras, yeah. So Lapras is going to be able to tank this, and it's going to be able to go for Thunderbolt or Mega Horn respectively. They may even be I'm about to say a Sheer Colder, but Lapras should easily be able to tank this. But I'm going to tank every attack Lapras goes for as well. So I'm going to go for Crunch. Because Gyarados isn't as needed to check a Dragonite, because I do have a Alolan Sandslash in the back and things like that, I'll go for the Crunch. Get off as much damage on their only answer to my Outrage, basically. This is one of their only mons I can take Outrage. Yep. Crunch is like a 1% chance to 2-hit KO this. I could go for Waterfall Flinch to make sure I'm healthier, but it doesn't really matter. We're just going to Crunch again. Wow, I actually got, it's literally a 1% chance to 2-hit KO, and I got it. I was really lucky on my part. So I keep my Gyarados relatively healthy as well. That was extremely lucky. That roll was extremely lucky on my part. As they bring out their own Gyarados, I am for sure going to try and Dragon Tail them out. Oh, they opt to Mega Evolve this and not Charizard, so that's even better for me. Yeah, that's even better. I think they did it because of the fact that Charizard can still naturally check my Alolan Sandslash. Oh, they're a T-Bolter too. Nah, man. Nah. So I've faced actually a few Thunderbolting Gyarados, and I think the reason people are using it is because of Poliwrath. It's a way of weakening it, but I feel like Earthquake just does more. You know what I mean? So right here, if they go for Outrage, I have 2 options. I can bring in my Rhydon and get up my Rocks and not care, or I can go for my Sandslash and try and SD up on them. Actually, because Swords Dance isn't necessary because they Mega Evolve their Gyarados, I'm going to go for the Ice Punch. I'd rather get rid of their, I'd rather just fully get rid of their Dragonite. And I don't want them to have a 2-turn Outrage and switch. So, like, if I go for Sword Dance and they have a 2-turn Outrage, they can switch out. I'd rather get rid of something that can Outrage me back. And I should easily be able to live Outrage into an attack from Gyarados. Maybe not easily. It'll do a lot. But it doesn't matter. It's worth it because Dragonite's something that can Outrage me back. And because I want to Outrage in my endgame, because I want to Outrage them in my endgame, it's better for me to do this. I need to put Gyarados in range of Outrage, though. So if they go Gyarados, I'm Earthquaking. They go Charizard. I value Rocks just because it gives me the damage I need on Gyarados. And I'm going to save this just for its Ice Shard for Aerodactyl. Though Aerodactyl isn't as much of a threat. Especially because it's coming out late game. And they wear Zardex, yep. But I can respect them not Mega Evolving. My Gyarados was a threat, and I would have been able to do damage to this thing as well. Gonna get up our Rocks here. Just so my Dragonite can kind of just click Outrage in the endgame. This gets me that damage I need on Aerodactyl as well as Gyarados. They go hard Gyarados on what? The Rock Slide? If I did go for Rock Slide. Oof. That was a really aggressive play. I can respect that, though. That was a very aggressive play. Very nice, though. Very, very nice. So we can save right on. I'm going to sack a Alolan Sandslash here. I don't know if they're Thunderbolt Outrage because I've seen some Mega Gyarados running Thunderbolt Outrage and on top of Waterfall Crunch, right? But I can go Sandslash. I doubt because they have Thunderbolt that they have that free slot for Substitute. So I'm going to go for Ice Shard just for as much damage as possible. Which will be like 2%, maybe 5%. Every bit of damage is going to matter, though, in the end game. Yeah, every bit of damage will matter in the end game. We can just bring out Young Snorlax. We're going to go for Facade. Just get off a little bit of chip on you for that Outrage sweep. I could self-destruct here as well. But it doesn't work out for me if they switch out to Charizard and I blow them up. And then I don't get the damage I need. So I'd rather go for Waterfall. If they opt to stay in, they shouldn't 2-hit KO me. I get off the Facade damage I need. And that should be enough for Outrage. But alternatively, right now, I can just go for Self-Destruct, because that is enough for Outrage. So if they don't get the Waterfall Flinch / 2-hit KO on me, I'll knock him out with Snorlax. Yep, nice. So now we don't got to worry about a random Outrage from this thing. Nice. And I'm going to bring out Dragonite and Agility, because I can still win the game with Rhydon, even if Dragonite gets flinched. But if I do get the Agility up, I win as well. So, Thunderbolt on Gyarados is kind of the equivalent to, I guess, Mega Drain and Fire Blast on Alolan Muck, even though it's running Careful Nature. It's just a chip away, really, at Poliwrath. But I'm not a big fan of it, because Earthquake does more. I'm pretty positive Earthquake does more. I could be wrong, though. I'm actually gonna let me tell you guys the actual truth behind that. Yeah, Earthquake does significantly more. It's base 155 attack versus base 70 special attack. We're gonna Agility up here. Hopefully we don't get flinched. And because rocks are up, we're gonna win. Let's see if our Dragonite gets flinched in the end. Were we flinched? Ooh, we were able to break through, which means Dragonite is going to outspeed my opponent's entire team, and this mon is about to be outraged. That's it. I mean, they have 2 Pokemon left, so entire team, yes. But I mean, in the first game, though, you guys saw Dragonite sweep 5 Pokemon, so. Go ahead and give me this Aerodactyl. Rocks up and sure, everything's dead. Charizard couldn't be Mega Evolved. I do agree with them Mega Evolving Gyarados versus us, because, I say us, me and my team, I guess, because obviously, my own Gyarados was a threat, and they had no way of actually KOing it, which is why the poison jab damage initially in the game helped out a lot, because it allowed me to knock out Alolan Executor with Crunch, which otherwise I would not have been able to KO from full. So I would gladly have traded my Muck for that. But yeah, Dragonite is able to outrage at the end, as it does in most games, and that is going to be game. So thank you everybody for watching. Hope you guys all enjoyed. For those that are thinking of a last move on Gyarados, and you already have Crunch, Waterfall, Earthquake, or Crunch, Waterfall, Dragon Tail, I would just go Earthquake. I would always put Earthquake or Dragon Tail on it. Substitute is an option. Rest is an option if you are running, sorry about that, the ambulance in the background, but fire truck, I don't know what that is. But Rest is an option if you do have a starter Eevee on your team, because it obviously provides longevity and you have that heal bell move that helps it out. I think it's Swirly Swirl is, I believe, what it's called. But yeah, I think running special attacks on that, not necessary. Maybe at the most, Fire Blast for Melmetal, but that's if you are fighting a lot of Melmetal, because besides that, Waterfall, Earthquake, Crunch, going to be doing a ton anyway. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Dragonite obviously being Outrage. I will see you guys next time. We are definitely going to be using Muck another time. Goodbye, my friends.